We've got Joseph Marrow from YouTube. He wants to know, what would you recommend a piper get for their first outfit of Highland wear?
Everything, top to bottom, two of everything, especially if the band's paying for it.
Give us your credit card.
Exactly.
Are we talking, I'm going to assume we're talking like a solo gig kind of an outfit as opposed to, because he's part of a band.
That was what I was hoping you'd address. He did not specify in any way, but certainly that'd be part of my answer would be, if he's in a band, you need to...
If you're still there, type in a thing, whether you're in a band or whether you're just solo. Let's assume he's going to be solo.
I was going to say, let's go solo.
And if it's in a band, then say something different.
You want to make $1 million piping for weddings as a wedding piper. So how do you make yourself look awesome?
Start with a kilt. Always start with a kilt. That's the base of the outfit. I would say if you're planning on piping, summer as well as winter, let's try to give them the best all round for everything. Kilt, get the best that you can afford. You don't want to have to upgrade your kilt later on, so you want to get the best one that you can afford. Don't mortgage your house, but get the best one you can afford. If that's a 5-yard wool kilt, great. If that's a top-of-the-line 8-yard wool kilt, great. If that's only a semi-trad, great, fine. Mm-hmm. But I'd say generally start with semi-trad. If you're buying from us, start with a semi-trad or above. I would get a pair of hose that tone with the kilt. If you're going to get a jacket and vest, I'd stay away from Prince Charlie's. Maybe an Argyle or a Piper Flex jacket and vest.
I would do the Piper Flex.
Or a tweed jacket and vest. Mm-hmm. They look great for fall and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I would specifically get the jacket and vest so that you can, in the summertime, wear the vest by itself or the jacket by itself or that kind of thing. You have a little bit of heat fluctuation for your, for your body temperature. Mm-hmm. Hose, you could either match to a color in the kilt or tone with a color in the kilt, or you can tone it with the jacket. So if you get a tweed, a brown tweed jacket, you can get brown hose, or a green tweed jacket, get green hose. Ian.
I have the follow-up you asked for from Joseph Marrow. He says, I'm moving shortly and won't be part of a band. I've only just started practicing with the band regularly, opposed to as with a one-on-one teacher, so I haven't gotten anything yet.
Okay.
Sporan. You're going to get most use out of either a day sporan, a hunting sporan, a piper's hunting sporan, which has the metal cantle on top.
I don't like them.
You don't like them?
I don't like them.
It's popular with the pipe bands.
I know. It serves a 10-foot rule for looking right.
It looks fancy, but it doesn't drum.
Exactly.
So it's got the best of both worlds ish.
Yeah.
But hunting sporans or a sporan with no tassels means there's no tassels drumming as you walk around.
Right.
So I'd say you don't need to get a dress sporan. You don't need to get a horsehair sporan, anything like that. You just want to have a nice, well put together outfit. If you're buying from us and you're getting a tweed jacket, you can get what we call a piper cut, where it's cut. The armholes are a little bit higher. It's a little bit wider in the halfback. So that you can actually maneuver and put your arm up a little bit better while you're piping. Gives you a little bit more range of motion without looking odd for a jacket and vest, for like a dress jacket and vest.
And the Piper Flex jacket is essentially that kind of cut. They also put a lycra wool blend in the back panel so that your shoulder blades there can flex better to play. And the most noticeable difference is that Piper's jackets will have 2 buttons with a chain between them so that the jacket can be closed-ish and not be flopping around while you're playing. Typically in Highland wear, men will not close their jackets, but Pipers are sort of the exception because when you're playing, you don't want the jacket flopping open and looking awkward as your arms are moving.
Yeah, when your arm's up.
So having this little chain assembly helps that a lot. And that is available for either a Piper cut Argyle of any kind, tweed or Barathea or whatever, or on the Piper Flex, which is the only difference really is just that back fabric, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Black is probably what I would recommend going with first because they'll work for day or evening occasions. You're going to be possibly piping for, it could be for parties, it could be for pubs, but very often it's going to be for weddings or for funerals. So the black is your friend for all of those occasions. It's easier to start simple and go up to something with a bit more personality in terms of tweed and day wear, as opposed to having only like a green tweed vest and they want everything somber for a funeral. So that's what I would recommend.
And I would also say this: the majority of people who are probably, I'm extrapolating, the majority of people who are probably going to want to hire a piper are going to be for weddings or funerals.
Yeah.
So they're going to expect a black jacket and vest.
Right.
I've said this before, and this is my business brain. I'll say it again. I think that pipers should have 2 kilts in 2 different colors and 2 different jackets, and then allow brides / whoever to be able to choose your look for the event. If I am a piper and I say that to, let's say that a bride and groom come to you and they want to rent you or hire you for a service, if you are in competition with 2 or 3 other bagpipers and you say to them, well, which would you like, what are your wedding colors? Would you like me to wear my green jacket if that blends with the wedding better, or this particular tartan kilt, or would you like me to wear a black with this more somber kilt? What would you like me to wear? And you're giving them that option. There's going to be some, we have options. And then if somebody else doesn't do that and they don't have other outfits, you set yourself apart a little bit.
Yeah.
Outside of the quality of your playing, obviously, which should be the first thing you
good.
worry about.
He's awesome. You never heard him?
Exactly.
Yeah. Obviously this can add up. So if you're trying to keep it on a budget, then yeah, go for something like the 5-yard or the semi-trad kilt, and just the vest. If you absolutely have to, just get the black argyle vest and invest in a good dress shirt from someplace. If you can do more of it at once, you can get, I guess other retailers will offer discounts for packages too. I don't know if we're the only ones, but we do that. So you can save some money if you get things together. But I'd say a semi-dress or a hunting sporran would be my choice. Preferably something with the leaves being like I'm wearing today. Nothing of drums like what Rocky has. Mm-hmm. For brogues, do you think you should invest in the Piper brogues, or will any comfortable dress shoe be okay?
I would say if you're going to be walking a lot in them, the Piper brogues, the main difference is the insole is a little bit more squishy, a little bit more padding, and the bottom is it's rubber, a little bit thicker rubber. It has a heel cleat on it, so it's designed for marching. It's designed for pipe bands to use marching, up and down on parades. So it's going to be better if you are going to be marching with the pipe band. If your pipe band that you're joining or that you're going to be joining or whatever, if they wear spats, then don't worry about it. If they wear or get whatever you want to get at that point for your solo gigs. But if they wear ghillie brogues, then yeah, you might want to consider the Piper's brogues. They're going to be a little bit more expensive, but if you want something a little bit more basic, there are simpler, less expensive ghillie brogue options out there. If you want to forgo it altogether and just wear a pair of wingtips, you can do that too.
Yeah, I would almost say if you need to, go for the nice, plain black, comfortable dress shoes, and don't worry about the ghillie brogues yet until you can afford a really good pair. The one thing I think you should get, which is affordable and I think is very much expected from Pipers 9 times out of 10, is some sort of a head covering. You should have a Glengarry, possibly a Balmoral, but the Glengarry is more standard. It's a little detail. It just makes you look official. It's not technically necessary, but it's like you're
the Piper.
You're the Piper that way. Yes. So
yeah, I would say
they don't have to be more than $40. So
no.
Right,
50-ish. Yeah.
Point is, it's worth investing in. It's a simple enough accessory. So
exactly, it's not going to. It's not cheap, but it's not going to break the bank.
Yeah.
There are certain things you can, and keep in mind with any of this, you can build the outfit. Like he said, if you want to start with a vest and the kilt and a sporran, hose, flashes, and a belt and buckle, that's fine. You can get away with that for piping slightly more casual gigs. Then you add the jacket and vest, or you add the jacket later on. And you can add the Glengarry later on. You can add a second kilt later on. You build on your outfit to keep the cost down until you start making money on it. It's a cool hobby, and ideally it's going to start making you money. So you just reinvest in your kit as you kind of go along.
And I think you can do a tax write-off if you have it as a home business, right?
If you're declaring that it is a business.
Yeah, okay.
If this is like, pay me in cash and this, then then you can't exactly write it off.
For you, kid. All right. Okay.
Pay me in scotch.
Well, you're supposed to though.
Yes.
You're absolutely
Pay the
supposed to,
piper.
you're supposed to pay the piper. And
Yep.
if you're curious about that tradition, it's on our wedding guide on the website. But yeah, the whole pay the piper thing is actually a bagpiping thing, and you should absolutely insist on it because it's awesome.
And free scotch is always awesome.
Free scotch is good.
Yeah, indeed.
It's good luck.
So, are you a piper or are you an aspiring piper? Let us know in the comments. To see other videos we've done on putting together different parts of your kit, check out these videos over here. Remember, if you dig what the channel's doing, please like and subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications. Have a good day, guys.